Hi, my name is James Shepard, and in this short episode today, I'm going to talk to you about how to organize your time so that you can use it more efficiently as a sales professional. I've got a couple of really specific tips today. I'm not going to be all philosophical. This is just going to be really practical, and I hope that you can take at least one of these tips and apply it to what you're doing. So, ready? Here we go. Tip number one, you need to have a block schedule. This is something that very few salespeople understand. When you are selling small prospects like small business owners, consumers, that kind of thing, your schedule is really going to be pretty empty, meaning that you're not going to really have a lot of solid, I need to go meet this person at 2, I need to meet this person at 3. It's really going to be more open. So you need to make a block schedule to control your time. Now, your blocks of time, I'll give you an example of how I like to do it. I like to have 3 blocks in my day. I like to have 9 to 11, 11 to 1, 1 to 3, and then I also have 3 to 5. So there's 4 blocks, but the 11 to 1 is kind of my lunchtime / whatever. Actually, like for right now during that time, I go and teach a computer programming class at a local high school, and so that's what I do on my kind of lunch break or whatever. So I've always kind of had that time as like my time where I can go do whatever I want, catch up on things. If a customer calls, I call them back or whatever. So that's where I deal with the unexpected things or the extracurricular things. But 9 to 11, 1 to 3, 3 to 5, those are my 3 2-hour time blocks every single day. So if you make a block schedule, you can put those blocks and put them around different things. You can put them around different activities. For instance, prospecting would be one, follow-up would be another one, customer service, administrative work would be another one. And so you can think about that and think about, okay, you probably want to have prospecting time from 9 to 11 on Monday, and then 1 to 3 on Tuesday, and then 9 to 11 on Wednesday, etc., and kind of mix that up a little bit. Then you want to have your follow-ups, again, that offsetting time. I like the 3 to 5 for my administrative, customer service stuff, installations if possible, because that's, it's not as good to prospect usually from 3 to 5. So that's how I do that. And the other reason, also, by the way, the other reason that 11 to 1 I try to kind of steer clear is that's lunch hour, and so that's, a really tough time to go into a lot of different businesses that are busier during that time of day. So you need to have a block schedule. You could also organize it around geography, by the way, too. You have your different prospecting times. You could also have different prospecting locations. If you're in an area where you've got maybe 2 or 3 main markets, you could say, well, I'm going to be here. I'm going to be in this geographic area on Monday from 9 to 11, but then I'm going to be in this geographic area on, Thursday from 9 to 11, different ones. So have a block schedule. Memorize your block schedule. It does not take that much. It's 3 blocks a day, 5 days a week, so you got 15 time blocks. You just have to memorize those, keep them in your head. Why? Because when you set appointments for yourself, it's really important you try to slide them in there. So when somebody says, could you come back tomorrow? You think in your head, well, let's see, tomorrow's Wednesday, which means I prospect from 9 to 11, and you say, sure. How about around 10 a.m. tomorrow? Does that work for you? And you give them that time, so that allows you to keep your block schedule. Okay, so have a block schedule and use it that way. I think it'll really, really help you. One other tip I'll give you on this is your email inbox and your prioritization system. Stop making these really complicated priority systems. Let me give you a huge tip in organization when you're just doing a simple task like selling. Well, not simple, but you know what I mean. Not complicated in terms of 50 different project tasks. When you're doing something like that, you really need to have 2 priority levels in your life. Number 1 is things that are important enough to do. And number 2 is things that are not important enough to do. If it's not important enough to do, there's a really good thing I can teach you that you can do. Don't do it. Okay? If it's not important enough to do, don't do it. Say no. And what I mean by that is not just let's put it off for a week and then another week and another week and look at it for 6 weeks in a row and then make excuse after excuse after excuse until we finally say no. I mean, the first time you touch it, the first time you hear it, the first time you see it, you say, this is not important enough for me to ever take action on, and so I'm going to say, no, I'm not doing this. I'm going to try to make it as nice as I can, but I'm going to say no. The other thing is things that are important enough for you to do. If it's important enough for you to do, I have a great advice for you on that too. Do it. Take action on it right now. You say, well, that looks like really important. I should get that done. When should I do that? Maybe next week. No. Is it important enough to do? Okay, then do it right now. Right now. Get it done. You say, well, it's going to take me an hour. Okay, do you have anything else planned for the next hour? If the answer is no, then do it right now. If you do have stuff planned for the next hour, then start it in an hour. Get it done. Your goal needs to be to get it done. Now, how do I do that specifically with practical tips? I use my email inbox. Everything goes in my email inbox every day, and then what I do is I have a non-action folder, and I have a folder for each day of the week. So what I do is, when I look at something, if it's important enough to get done, I ask, is there any way I can do this today? And if there is, I leave it in my inbox until it's done, and then I put it in non-action. If there's no way for me to do it today because that person's not available or whatever, then I put it into the day where I'm going to do it. So I say, I think I have to wait till Tuesday because that person's on vacation. Okay, fine. Put it in Tuesday. On Tuesday, I move it back into my inbox, and then I do it. So think in terms of, is this important enough to do or not? Don't think in terms of an A, B, C, or D priority level and give them numbers and organizing. You spend like half your day organizing stuff. By the time you organize it, I probably would have already gotten it all done. So just get it done or don't do it, but make your decision based on that. A few quick tips for you today on organizing your time. I hope these were helpful to you. My name is James Shepard. Have a great day.